I had 2 moments today. 2 moments where I just stopped because words touched something in me that I hadn't expected. A stillness where your whole body becomes soft, as if your nerve system had been waiting all day for exactly those words. And I want to share both of those moments with you today. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Breathe. This is life. I'm Monica, and I'm so glad you are here today. The first quote came from a German actor named Jan Josef Liefers. He described a pilot at cruising altitude who suddenly realizes the engine has failed. So a real emergency. And how does that pilot speak to his passengers? So Liefers says, the pilot speaks to his passengers in a tone that makes one thing absolutely clear. We have this under control. We know what to do, and we will do our very best. And why? Because the pilot needs his passengers in their best version of themselves. Otherwise, he can't bring the plane back safely. And that hit me deeply. Not because of the situation, and he used it in a different content, but why it hit me, it was because how often does our internal pilot, our nerve system, send us messages that do the exact opposite, totally opposite. They don't bring us into our best selves, but instead send us into panic, into an untrained pilot broadcasting fear. And when I heard that quote from Liefers, I was like, yeah, exactly. It's the same as like in our body. The pilot, our nerve system, who actually should us, calm us down and relax us and show us kind of like what option do we have, and first look around and get rooted. But most of the time it's like alerting us way too early. And the nerve system is here to alert us, no doubt about that. But it alerts us way, way, way too early. And we respond like the passengers and spiral. But when our nerve system, our inner pilot, has had time to settle, time to relax, time to calm down after the last hit, when it's operating from a place of strength, when it has enough pause to regulate itself, then our inner pilot can guide us like a great pilot should do. Clear, calm, and safe. Through all the moments of engine failure and everything else, back to the solid ground in our best state. So in other words, we can be our own best pilot. And it's up to us how we train them. We have so many pilots actually, but it's our choice. It's our choice if we have a great pilot inside of us, really good trained, well-trained pilot, or if we have an untrained pilot. Do we want to be carried safely? Or do we want to crash emotionally every time something goes wrong? And every time something little goes wrong? And if we want to be carried safely, we need our rest periods. We need our moments where we can relax, where we can calm down. These times where we recover before our next flight. The times where we can come back to ourselves. Really come back to ourselves. When we feel who we are, where we are, what ground we are standing on. This is the time where we can really recharge ourselves, and not only recharge ourselves, but recharge our nerve system. When we allow us the time between the time islands, as I used to say, the little islands in between, where nothing is, where we allow us nothing to do, nothing to be, where we can stay in the nothing. Because that's it, what our nerve system sometimes need, to just, there is nothing. And nothing means also no alert, no fear, no it might cold. No, just a safe space. Because then with a safe space, our nerve system can really relax and go all the way down. Not only in the middle part where it might can alert in the next moment again. No, let the roller coaster, the nerve system roller coaster, let it really go down, all the way down. Let your pilot land the plane on the ground, not somewhere in between on a cloud, all the way down on the earth. And that brings me to the second moment. A German coach and author, Veit Lindau, you might don't know him, but he said something recently that released something so deep in me as well. And the first sentence was, and I want to share that with you, the first sentence was, the pace is no longer something I'm willing to keep up with. And I think it's such an intense sentence. The pace is no longer something I'm willing to keep up with. And I think the sentence is so deep because I and you, we don't have to run in the hamster wheel, as we say. I don't, you don't, and none of us do. Because it doesn't get us anywhere. Quite the opposite. We only move further and further away from ourselves. And I think this sentence, I love this sentence. The pace is no longer something I'm willing to keep up with. We are so trained for everything that we have to. More and more and more and more. And we actually totally forget ourselves. We don't even know anymore who we really are because of that more and better and more and faster. And Veit says something as well. He says, and I totally with him, because he said, you carry a unique light inside you. You and me. And if you find your original tone and bring it into the world, doesn't matter how, doesn't matter with what, but in a way that builds a crystal clear resonance field around you. So that the people who can truly benefit from you will find you naturally. And again, I carry this light inside of me. You carry this light inside of you. Everyone carries this light inside of each other. And if we find it, if we find our light, it doesn't matter what we are doing, what work, what passion we have. In that moment, we create a crystal clear field around us. And we spray this light out. That's all actually what we have to do. That's why I love the sentence, the pace is no longer something I'm willing to keep up with. Because it's not about the pace, it's about our inner light, and find it. Find it. And Veit calls it an original tone, I call it essence. It's all the same. But when you have found your essence, your nervous system can finally relax and rest, because it's no longer searching. When our system is calm, you automatically build that crystal clear field around you, one that radiates you, that protects you, that nourishes you. Because at the same time, when we build up this crystal field, or when we don't even have to build it up, in that moment when we have found our essence, our original tone, this crystal field is building up by itself. And the amazing thing about it is it's a protection, but at the same time it's a nourishment, it's an inside nourishment. You may have found something where you say, well, if I do it, I don't get tired. It's the opposite. I get nourished. I get more and more energy just by doing that what I love. And this is your essence. And I believe that inner nourishment, that's exactly what we've all been looking for all along. Like when we scroll through Instagram, through whatever platforms, we are searching for something we will never ever find out there, because nobody else or nobody out there carries our light, and nobody else carries your essence, your inner light. And there was this picture, the picture of a tuning fork. When you strike a tuning fork, it vibrates. It has its special tone, its unique tone. You can change the tone. You can pick a different fork, a different fork, but this tuning fork will always vibrate in its own frequency, in its own tone. And the entire room it's in will either resonate with it or it won't. That resonance, that's what our own essence is for. So we can find what truly vibrates with us. And for that, we first need our inner pilot, well rested, strong and rooted, guiding us in our best version of ourselves. And I want you to imagine yourself as a tuning fork. And if you think about a tuning fork, it's strong. It won't let bend itself. It is. It doesn't care if someone resonates with its own tone or not. It is strong in itself, that it only wants to vibrate in its own tone. It knows exactly which wonderful tone it has. And there is no bending. You can't bend the tuning fork. You can't bend it. It is. You either like it or not. And imagine now you as a tuning fork. And you may want to close your eyes for a moment and just imagine you were a tuning fork. How would you look like? Are you bending yourself? I mean, we are all, even if we know our essence, we are still bending each other here and there because we want to spread out our essence, but at the same time we want to reach as many people as we can. And it doesn't matter in which direction, if it's business-wise, if it's private, if it's with friends, with family. You want to kind of please more people. But at the same time, if we think about of having our own essence, our own essential tone, original tone, and if somebody in the family or in the friendships doesn't like our vibration, our tone of our tuning fork, why do we bend? Are you bend yourself that the vibration, the tone is a little bit different? That maybe the other person will like it better? Or is your tuning fork powerful, straight, and not able to bend? And there is nothing to change, just to observe. And you may want to use this picture here and there to just see how your tuning fork in different situation is. I think it's just a powerful picture. And at the end, here is another invitation. We had today 2 quotes, 2 people, 1 truth, which isn't a truth. It's just, I would say, 2 people, 2 quotes, 2 essences, and actually 1 essence. Your inner pilot and your own essence, they belong together. When your pilot is calm, your tuning fork can vibrate. And when our inner tuning fork vibrates, you find your way home to yourself, to your essence, and then you will create a wonderful crystal clear resonance fields around you. That all those people who like you vibrate, your essence, will find it and will benefit from it. And today I don't want to leave you with an exercise. I want to leave you with 2 questions. Simple and quiet ones. The first question, and you're welcome to. So just take a moment and breathe. And the first question is, where do you think your inner pilot is taking you right now? Privately and honestly. Do you see a place? Do you hear a word? Or do you maybe see something? Just allow it. There is nothing to change. Just let it happen. And the second question is, how would you describe your inner light right now? That one that's vibrating around you. You might want to see a color. Do you see a color or a feeling, an emotion? There is no right or wrong answer, and there is no need to answer. No pressure, just you and your most honest feelings. Thank you so much for being here today, for yourself. With love, your Monica. Bye.